Another court in Abuja just, a court ruled that they've lost their seat, so they went to appeal. And then the one they appealed now said, no, they didn't, they should still remain. So they went to court again to say, Fubara have to come and work with them now. You need to you need to recognize them as lawmakers for River State. So a court has now ruled in their favor, appeal court, that Fubara should go and represent the 2024 budget to these guys, to these clowns. That the 2024 budget, Fubara signed, the one that is passed by his own loyal House of Assembly members, is illegal. So they must give it to this guy. And then Omo.
Everybody heard, and very clearly too, when the justices made it clear that I remain the Speaker of the River State House of Assembly. They emphasized the fact that I was elected on the 5th day of June 2023, and that there has not been any reason to say that I lost my seats because I was never impeached and I was never removed. That emphasis was made by the Court of Appeal today. The Court of Appeal went further to make it clear that there is nothing like any other House of Assembly apart from the House of Assembly under my speakership. That was made clear again today, just like we've always had in previous judgments. Again today, the Court of Appeal made it clear that the governor of Rivers State does not have a budget upon which is governing the state, because the Court of Appeal upheld the judgment delivered by Justice Omotosho, wherein he declared that there is no budget for Rivers State for the fiscal year 2024. What the Court of Appeal has done today is to reaffirm the judgment delivered by Justice Omotosho, and every single matter decided in that judgment by Justice Omotosho was upheld today by the Court of Appeal. So there is no contention whatsoever on the issue of speakership, on the issue of which one is House of Assembly. In fact, the Court of Appeal said today that everything those three individuals are doing, that they are doing it in a secret place. Emphasis was made by the Court of Appeal today, and that it is not known to law. In fact, the Court of Appeal went ahead to declare that the actions of the governor are reprehensible. And the Court of Appeal said that the court must not only back, but it must do what? Bite. That was what the Court of Appeal said today. So we are happy that indeed we still have the judiciary that is interpreting our laws the way they should interpret our laws. We are not surprised, because we have always said it, that we stand on the path of the rule of law. We will ensure at all times that we keep to our constitution, obey our constitution and the laws of Rivers State. What we heard today is that the Court of Appeal has once again admonished and scolded the governor of Rivers State. We know, I've always told the media, that the governor has sworn that he has immunity and that he will never obey any judgment. He will never obey judgment from the Supreme Court, the Court of Appeal, or Federal High Courts. And he will continue to govern or rule Rivers State without following laws of this country. Today, the Court of Appeal emphasized that point and reminded the governor for all his actions that are against the Constitution and laws of this country. Everybody heard, and very clearly too, when the justices made it clear that I remain the Speaker of the River State House of Assembly. They emphasized the fact that I was elected on the 5th day of June 2023, and that there has not been any reason to.
So anyway, this is just the beginning. You could say, I sometimes do feel sorry. I don't know if that's even true. I'm just like me being human, okay? Sometimes I'm like, how could grown-up men, right, lack scruples, like, you know, they do not even have the balls to weigh issues themselves enough that they will make decisions that I mean, yeah, you may have godfathers in politics, but there are some certain things that you just have to tell yourself, like, hey, man, this is not a right move, okay? Okay, why don't you let us do it this way? Because I don't think this is right. I don't know. Maybe they felt like if they ever try to correct with a Wike, because I believe these guys actually meet and plan things before they come to public to take action, Rabbi. Like politicians, they meet, they do meetings and say, that's how we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. Tomorrow, you will do this. You will do that. Okay. Like they do sit to plan. Or they don't. They just follow whatever their godfather tells them. Because I don't see reason why you have to like decamp that time that they decamped. Why did you have to do that? You are in PDP. Stay there. Do all your dirty fights inside the place. It will make sense. But to satisfy with a Wike, and they were told that if Tinubu will protect them, right? Boom. They joined APC. And it was after that they realized that, no, we shouldn't have decamped. We should have waited, though. But we have already announced it. Let's go to court. Let's go to court and say, no, we didn't. And they have been in court since then. So Fubara, who is following the footsteps of Wike, is ignoring all this court order. It won't be the only person who has done that. Wike disobeyed the court order many times. However, he's banking on a court order that favored his own group. And that is the court order that says these guys have lost their seat. And because of that, he is not going to deal with them. He has no business with them. And if INEC is not going to conduct another election, fine. That's not his own problem. But he is not going to deal with them. And nobody will arrest him. So Rivers State is operating as he wants it to be. It's just like that of Oba Donkey in Edo, who decided to. Oh, I'm gone. I think one of my microphone is off. That happens a lot too, right? Anyway, sorry about that. So yeah, Oba Donkey did it as well to make sure that about 14 House of Assembly members, they were never sworn in. Because according to Oba Donkey, they were loyal to Oshiomole. And since their loyalty was to Oshiomole, it won't give them the room to be threatening him or trying to make his government ungovernable. So he locked them out. Until now that he himself is not going to have the power to do the same again. You know? Anyway. I am still looking for this guy that, now that Nigeria don't enter Canal, I'm still looking for this guy that advised Tinubu and wondering why Tinubu is yet to take this advice. Do you know where I can find this guy?
My president, commodification of the Naira. Commodification of the Naira. This is Ayode Jubakari Bongoli. My president, Your Excellency, commodification of the Naira.
Yes.
Commodification of the Naira, monetary policy. Commodification of the Naira, cassava. Use cassava. 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 Commodification of the Naira for monetary policy. My president, commodification of the Naira. Commodification of the Naira. This is Ayode Jubakari Bongoli. My president, Your Excellency, commodification of the Naira.
Yes.
Commodification of the Naira, monetary policy. Commodification of the Naira, cassava. Use cassava. 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 Commodification of the Naira for monetary policy.
Nuisance, Lele.
Cassava Gari, eh? You see cassava Gari, eh? So they say the guy is America now. Bongoli. I don't know why Tinubu didn't take your advice, yo. I want you to remove your name. I'm sorry, to remove Tinubu from this name, okay, and put your name instead.
Since when I born you never seen this kind of abuse before. Tinubu, I must abuse you. Tinubu, number 1, Ogun Okiyopa. Tinubu number 2, Ogun Okiyoma. Tinubu number 3, Ogun Okiyo your children. Tinubu number 4, Ogun go bury all your family. Tinubu is a god to you. A god to you. Tinubu is a god to you. And Wausa.
You know? And this one too. Okay, I'll leave that. So now I'm going to go on a short break, okay? so that when I come back, I can take calls. This is going to be your own turn. If you have one or two things to add to this conversation like everyone else, right? The time to call in is now. The number to call in is WhatsApp call only. Don't try to call directly. Just WhatsApp call only. Go onto your WhatsApp, type in that number, and then dial it. Yeah, you and I could be having a chat in the next 1 minute or two when I come back. So everyone else, if you have to go, like the broadcast, okay? And then subscribe to my channel too on YouTube. Yeah, on YouTube. Please do, right? Do you know that we are just about 800 away from the first 100,000 subscribers on YouTube? It took a long time, even though we're supposed to be like about 500,000 people on YouTube, but it is what it is. We love it organic. We want to keep it that way. So that our people won't be here. They here. Not that we're just going to bring out the Tom, Dick, and Harry. People that will kind of be like nuisance, right? On the platform. So yeah, let's keep rolling. And if you really enjoyed this evening, okay, and you haven't really subscribed onto Mayegun's Diary Political, do it. Right? Set your notification, set all the notification on. You won't miss anything, okay? I will be back in a minute or two. And we can wrap it up afterward.
Continue. 70 years old man. Is that you? Jesus is Lord.
So I have, I hope, oh no, I don't, sorry. I thought I had my first caller right here waiting, but unfortunately the line dropped. So I have my first caller now. Hello there.
Hello, the general.
Yes, sir.
This is Polapenga.
Brother, how are you this early mama? Polapenga from the UAE.
Yes, I'm doing great.
Class.
I'm doing great.
So you are
how are you,
this
sir?
evening. Go on.
Yes, sir. How are you, sir? How is family? Your wife and
We
your
are
kids?
here. Oh, I'm still like alive, you know, surviving.
I'm always with my good general. Always.
I know.
Like
you know what I look forward to sometimes every time we start to kick off the program, and then you have to type in everybody that this is Mayegun la that's Polapenga. I do see
Yeah.
that. How is the family? How is everyone?
So we are doing great. There is something I saw trending.
Right.
I think on our rise. That was yesterday.
Okay. What's that?
Steve Numbu have approved Kenaland Winner Chapel to land an aeroplane from anywhere all over the world direct to their church ground.
Okay, now it's called the airstrip. They are expected to complete the construction by 2030. So they won't need to use the airport anymore. Yeah, that's like almost old now. We share that today.
But my opinion is that I don't know, is that right? Because there will be no custom check, no security check on what they are carrying in the plane or private jet.
No, there will be nothing to check. What happened is that
Really?
it's called privilege, airstrip, private airstrip. People have that. And that is why with what Nigeria has become, right? You know, they will have custom, they will have all these things, okay, but it's mostly going to be based on trust, sort of. So you won't know what comes into Nigeria, and you won't know what goes out.
Yeah,
everything is
because
private.
Because the GO, General Overseer, he was saying that even the members that own the
now it's called private airstrip. There are many in Nigeria now. Do you really think a majority of those with private jets in Nigeria uses your airport? Like, I'm asking you this now, just like curiously, okay? Do you know that there are more than over 50 private airstrips in Nigeria? Do you have a clue that there are?
No.
Most of your politicians, when they want to run away from Nigeria, they're not going to fly through your airport. Do you know that?
No, sir, I don't know.
You don't know that? Pulapenga. Okay, now you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
there are private airstrips across Nigeria. Do you understand? And they are owned mostly by these your politicians. You get. So most of them, they don't need to fly through your airport. Like there are private airstrips. Most of the small goods, see, in Zamfara, they have more than a 4, like about, it's not just Zamfara, right? Their axis, they have like about 4 to 5 different private airstrips that are not known to everybody like this. All those mineral resources they are taking from these terrorists that are terrorizing the place, right? Most of those stuff, they are small good through those private airstrips. They just need to build a single landing, what do you call runway. Sure, you get now.
Yeah, because
just one.
Because what I'm thinking is that maybe Tipunumbu will be dealing with some of the members of the churches that owns the private jet to bring in drugs. To bring drugs to
airstrips. Nigeria is not a real place, Baba. I tell you this thing now, right? See, in Zamfara alone, we have more than 2 private airstrips, right? Where they are smuggling the mineral resources that those terrorists are actually taking and killing people for in Zamfara alone. But they are like not open.
We learn a lot. We learn a lot from you. That is why we always say that we are.
Now you know.
Yeah, we learn a lot.
Nigeria is not
we learn a lot
place.
from you.
I tell you.
Yeah, and my second point is that you see this party of a team. You know what APC is trying to do. You know, Tipunumbu, like every day I call him. I used to tell you this. Tipunumbu rule Nigeria like it's not like is the head. They have the other branches. You know, so he makes sure that every part of the branches are doing happy. They are very happy. They are well paid. You know, he's trying to destabilize other parties in Nigeria like PDP, Labour Party, so that come 2027 there will be no opposition.
And now, she do without the talk of
there will be no opposition. You see, look at Abure. Abure conducted convention in a hotel without even informing some people, without even informing INEC.
No.
But yet, court said that he's the chairman because the court, Nigerian court are working with Tipunumbu. They are supporting him. They are working with him. So they are trying to bring in fight into Labour Party, bring in fight just like Wike is doing to PDP. There will not be composition like to fight.
That's why by the time they finally get rid of him, it will be too late to even use the party for election. Watch out.
Exactly. And this bigotry of a thing, I try to ship in the last time I called it, but my network was not stable. You see this big everything. Like Aerofy in Arizo, he will bring the ball to the table. He doesn't care. He will say the way it is.
As he should.
He has said it that the is the one in control. He's in charge. He's the one paying the people that is doing this bigotry in Benin,
Yes.
Edo State.
Yes.
In Yoruba land, it is Sonwiku, and his deputy. But they will come to Arizo, they will deny it.
And now,
You know why in Imo State, Hope Uzojo, the deputy man. My mom had to smuggle my. Because you know why? They are killing our youth in East by Hope Uzojo. So my elder brother had to run it because they killed somebody after my house in the village. They killed a young.
I've got this report from the Iheme.
So they are trying to eliminate all the evil youth. Anybody that is doing well, you are healthy and.
I'm still just putting together all my evidence on that before I can come to the public and talk about it more. I've spoken about that in the past, but there is so much going on right now.
My mom has to smuggle my brother. That was last 2 days or last 3 days to Lagos because they're killing the youth in East.
Yeah.
They're killing the youth in East.
Going after all the innocent villagers because they said some unknown gunmen, they shot at soldiers, they ambushed them, and then they came back. They didn't go after the gunmen. They went after the villagers and they have been shooting and killing them as I speak. Well, I need more before I can speak more on it. And I hope I'll get more enough by tomorrow. And I can raise further along like as we do. Pulapenga, let me take another one, brother. Thank you so much, though. We're still having problem with that, your line. But I'm glad that it was clear enough, at least, for us to, sorry, I do have another caller. But yeah, I know some of you probably will be like, really? So you don't know that there are private, not even private, you can call something private airstrip, where people land their plane and fly out of Nigeria. They fly into Nigeria, they fly out of Nigeria without using your airport. Like, some of you don't know that. Most of the gold or other resources that they found their way to Dubai, to UAE. They were not smuggled through the airport. Do you know what amount of Nigerian gold from Oshun, from Zamfara, from few places that were flown out of Nigeria that are currently in Dubai, that have been kind of like refined in Dubai, and they are ending up in America, in the UK. They are Zamfara gold. They are gold from these bloody zones in Nigeria. They didn't smuggle them through the airports. They smuggled them through all these, all these secret airstrips. So if Kenaland says they have approved their own, at least it's official, you can say they have official airstrip. There are so many unofficial airstrips in Nigeria. Nigeria no get here radar to track the planes that goes in and out. And even if they do, the level of corruption in that place, right, will make some of them never to announce it. Nigeria is not a real place, but if you know what they go down in that place, hello.
Yeah, hello, Michael. How are you doing?
I'm very well, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Michael, like I always say, keep chipping at the tree.
I will.
It's falling off. Enough people are beginning to see that the tree is being chipped down. It's been chopped down gradually. You're like a boxer in round 1 going 12 rounds. You're probably halfway through the fight.
They still have a long way to go. Oh, yeah.
In your eyes, long way to go. But for every disciple you create, you've created multiplied disciples. So that's how it works.
Thank you.
And a lot of people are coming up. I think without people like you, people will not know about Very Dark Man. Very Dark Man has come again, has increased the radar from a different angle. Before it was Namdekanu screaming, then Igbo came and screamed his own. Then the northern people that they took their share people, they screamed their own. The southern Kaduna screamed their own. So when people talking about airstrip are actually very, very funny. What we don't understand is ask yourself, all the helicopters and private airlines they have in Nigeria, where did they park them?
You know, do you really think everything is actually passing through your airports?
Thank you. So, and if you ask yourself, how do those people get supply arms? How do arms get?
You.
Didn't you remember when during Jonathan time when they said one pastor took his private jet from Nigeria to go to South Africa to buy arms for the government? So how did that happen? Which airport did he fly from? People are not asking those questions. So it's gradually you begin as you're chopping down the tree,